My name is Thomas Gage, and I reside in Warren, New Jersey. I am a member of a three-generational family of United States veterans. I am also a victim of government corruption, judicial corruption, law enforcement corruption, legal corruption, and victim of fraud by Wells Fargo Bank. Since 2004, I have been trying to bring some critical and legitimate evidence before a jury to plainly and fairly make my case against the corrupt officers of the Warren Township Committee Planning Board members. But every time I tried to submit them in any court that resides in New Jersey, my case got dismissed with a motion without even a consideration of this criminal evidence. So far, I have never got the chance to have this criminal evidence submitted before a jury for the obvious reasons that this evidence are inconvenient, criminal, and leading to punishment to some well-connected politicians in Warren and Somerset County who have their own rules of law. Through my effort in fighting the injustice caused by the corrupt D, I came to discover that most officers of the Court of New Jersey are dishonest or corrupt. I have absolutely undeniable proof of a significant number of crimes committed by our local government, state judiciary officers, county government, and others. Yet, everyone whom I provide this mentioned criminal evidence to, such as the DA and various judges and law enforcement personnel, simply cover up them while committing crime of their own under criminal title 18 U.S.C. 4, misprision of felony. I reported this evidence to almost every members of the Congress, to senators, to federal appellate court judges, to the President of the United States, to the U.S. Attorney, to the FBI, to the DA, and to many others. But no one of them cared to support the integrity of our judiciary system and our constitutional rights by acting on them. I am one of the 22 victims that I know are in New Jersey that have been filmed by Lawless America Movie. The fact that I am not the only victim of judiciary corruption in New Jersey further proves and adds up to my evidence in my New Jersey government corruption cases: Gage vs. Warren Township ETL, Gage vs. Wells Fargo and Somerset County Sheriffs, and more. Again, it is absurd that all the people who provide this evidence to have willingly participated in the cover-up by committing crime of their own under Title 18 U.S.C. 4. The Federal Crime Reporting Statute required that any officers of the United States receiving information and evidence of federal crime offered by anyone knowing of such crime must report it. Furthermore, the action of concealing of fraud on the court, obstruction of justice, general perjury, Title 18 U.S.C. 1621, and false statement of Title 18 U.S.C. 1001, committed by the judges involved in this matter, are federal crime. In my case, the names of the wrongful officers of the court and law enforcement personnel in New Jersey are too many to list. I am a pro se plaintiff in my cases. I am a United States citizen who has great love and respect for this country, the United States of America. My cases present legal issues of extraordinary national significance and contain questions of first impression for which the United States Judiciary Committee guidance and input are necessary. These cases challenge the legal significance of the duty of the judiciary system of the state of New Jersey towards its fellow residents and American citizens. Let's not forget that among these citizens are many American soldiers who have served, suffered, bled, and died to defend the freedom, liberty, justice, and the pursuit of happiness for all the American people who believes and trusts in the rule of law of our land. and in the integrity of our legal justice. The Constitution of the United States of America is the supreme law of the land. The federal court is the last resort of the state where the state judiciary officer action has been challenged as violative of the U.S. Constitution. Unfortunately, I am also being victimized in the federal district court, where all my filed cases, Gage vs. Warren Township ETL, Gage vs. Wells Fargo and Somerset County Sheriffs, Gage vs. Anderson, Gage vs. State Judges, have all been assigned to the same judge. To the same judge who have so far denied me of my right to meaningful access to justice, to have a fair hearing before a jury, denied me of the substantive justice to receive a fair and just remedy for the violation of my rights by these corrupt officers that I'm fighting against, and refuse to disqualify herself so that can inflict more damage on me and my family. There is apparent paradox in my assigned judges' wrongdoing, which in my case established that crime obstruction of justice has been executed during the entire process of my pro se cases 10-2603, 12-2620, 12-777, 11-01501, 11-00862, and 11-06271. Too many times that my assigned district judge has obstructed me, a pro se plaintiff, from achieving justice by not allowing me to proceed with the jury trial as per my constitutional rights of the 7th Amendment, trial by jury in civil cases, and 14th Amendment, due process of law. Section 47, disqualification of trial judge to hear appeals, says, no judge shall hear or determine any appeal from the decision of a case or issues tried by him. The Local Civil Rules 40.1a says, a judge is assigned to handle the case or randomly chosen by a computer database similar to a deck of cards. When one judge is assigned, the cards are shuffled again for the next selection. The clerk office has no distinction in the assignment of cases. Then, based on what law has the district clerk office of Trenton, New Jersey, took the liberty to assign all my cases numbers 10-2603, 12-2620, 12-777, 11-01501, 11-00862, and 11-06271 to the same judge. The same judge who keep refusing to disqualify herself from all my cases after I request to do so, due to the fact that I have no confidence in her integrity and impartiality of her rulings. There is pattern of practice in my assigned district judge wrongdoing justifies that I have been set up by the district court to fail in achieving justice, which justice will expose state judiciary corruption, where my assigned district judge's husband has an interest to be an officer of the state court. My family and I are victims of a crime, a violation of our constitutional rights, committed by local government with their illegal activities and corruption, whose duty is to help and protect the rights of U.S. citizens. It is the duty of the United States Court to be watchful of and protect the constitutional right of the citizens, and to avoid any hostility and encroachment that violate these rights. The United States Judiciary Committee in this case must protect the dignity and integrity of a judiciary court system in the United States, as well as that of the state of New Jersey. It must serve the unprotected and powerless like me, a pro se plaintiff in this case, in achievement of justice and in the preservation of human rights. I believe that greed and corruption is an enemy of we the people, for which it should not be accepted and allowed to prevail in any court that resides in a nation under God and laws. I also believe that the sacrifice of our many American soldiers who have served, suffered, bled, and died for the American people, freedom, liberty, and justice for all, should never be diminished and allowed to be in vain. We should never forget how much our soldiers have loved and still love our country as they take on wars against our foreign enemies, arms away from home. We must always remember that it is because of their service that we are allowed to enjoy freedom and liberty and justice for all. I know this firsthand since my son, a U.S. Marine Corps corporal, is one of the many soldiers that I just mentioned. He was deployed twice overseas in support of Operational Iraq Freedom and Operational Enduring Freedom to defend the freedom, liberty, and justice for all the people, domestic and foreign. Therefore, in my case, it is imperial of the United States Judiciary Committee to intervene and ensure that my son's service to our country is not undermined and insulted by the action of disdain to our Constitution committed by a local government of the Somerset County, New Jersey, where my family and I reside. With my cases, I bring forth an important national issues regarding our very trust in the rule of law of our land, as my own trust has been violated by the state officers who by warring against the Constitution, has engaged in an act of violative that supreme law of our land, repeatedly keep failing to protect me and my family, along with other U.S. citizens and residents of the state of New Jersey, from corruption, our domestic enemy. The integrity of the judiciary system depends on the participant to act and perform their duty honestly and without fear of reprisal. Encouraging the destruction of evidence is an example of obstruction of justice. Federal and state law makes it a crime to obstruct justice. Yet I steadily witness in my cases politicians selling out our precious freedom for personal interest corruption. In fact, a complete documentation, CDs and DVDs, all related to my corruption cases, has been provided to the Trenton District Court as exhibits with the original complaints. Since these exhibits provide evidence of our local government corruption, I intend to submit this evidence before a grand jury trial. This evidence brings forth the criminal action surfaced during legal proceedings of perjury, fraud, forgery, breach of trust, and act of dishonesty that were committed in the development of Sleepy Hollow, Warren, by some of the members of the committee and planning board members of Warren Township, the state civil license engineer, Sleepy Hollow Warren LLC, the president of the State Bureau of Short-End Reporting, Wells Fargo Bank, county sheriff, and attorneys. It is of vital importance for the public interest that the United States Judiciary Committee restore the dignity and the integrity of the judiciary system in our courts of law. We the people put trust in our court of laws for the protection of our constitutional right. How can the people, especially the residents of Somerset County, trust the New Jersey judiciary system when it is allowed that my criminal case to be dismissed by some judges by some state judges who have permitted obstruction of justice through a court proceedings by my counterpart with their criminal action and interfering with the ordinary administration of justice. Hence, it is fundamental that the United States Judiciary Committee restore the dignity and the integrity of the judiciary system in New Jersey by ordering the U.S. Attorney General to take action under Title 28 U.S.C. 1361 to compel the appropriate officers of the United States to perform their duties. It is not my job to fight corruption, whatever. It is my duty as an American citizen to report such harmful, illegal activities to higher authorities. And this is what I'm doing now. I believe that my family at least earned the due process of law. Are we still living in a nation under God and law? No court, no justice, no freedom.